Hello everyone, just a quick and last minute December video to show how to set up Windows 95 or 98 to be used as a MS-DOS 7.1 system. The use case for this is, for example, when one wants to primarily use the machine for DOS games, which can sometimes be problematic when run directly under Windows. There are some advantages over using the classic MS-DOS 6.22 with Windows 3.11 on top, among which being able to create FAT32 partitions that overcome the 2 GB limit, and of course to enjoy the more advanced capabilities of Windows 9X. So the first thing you'll need, if you do a clean install, is a Windows 95 or 98 boot floppy disk. Any version should work independently from the version of Windows you want to install. So let's boot on that disk. Here you can choose to load a CD-ROM driver if your Windows install source is on a CD. In my case, I've copied the CD files on an external compact flash drive, so I don't need any driver. For a first time install, just run fdisk. And create a new partition by selecting one, but since I've already installed Windows, I won't do that here. After the partition is created, you should be asked to reboot with the Windows disk still in the drive. Then you need to format the partition with format C, column. At this point, you can start the Windows install. However, what I prefer to do, rather than run it directly from the external media, is to copy the installation file, which are in the Windows 95 folder, to the future target location of Windows in the Options cabs directory, which needs to be created first. Running the install from this folder will prove to be very convenient whenever you'll need to install third-party drivers, or if you later want to add some Windows features. You won't be asked to insert the Windows installation CD every time. Another optional thing you can do before running the setup is to open Edit, and look for the msbatch.inf file, or create it if it doesn't exist. And add these two lines that will prevent the installation wizard to ask you for the registration key. So once all of this is done, you can run the install with the setup command. Again, not going to do it here, so I'm skipping until Windows is installed and running. Once Windows is installed, the machine will always boot to it by default. And since we want to use it primarily as a DOS system, we need to tell it to run MS-DOS 7.1 instead. So let's open the Explorer, go to View, Options, and check Show All Files. And in the root directory, open the ms-dos.sys file. Before that, you need to remove the read-only flag. We open it with Notepad. So by default, the boot GUI value is set to 1, which means auto-load Windows interface at boot. So to run DOS by default, set the value to 0. I like to set also the logo property to 0 to disable the splash screen to be able to read what is loaded from the config.sys and autoexec.bat. Speaking of config.sys and autoexec.bat, let's check them. Here, what I did was to add an option menu to be able to select Windows in graphic mode or DOS with expanded memory or without. The default selection is DOS with expanded memory, since it's what I'm using mostly for games. But you can configure your menu items depending on what you need. You may wonder what is the difference between Windows and DOS with expanded memory items and how Windows is launched. Well, to see that, we need to go to the autoexec.bat file. And here, for the corresponding config.sys menu items, we can see the win command for loading Windows and the appropriate DOS-only driver for the other two items. Finally, we can restart to see the result. And here are the menu items to be able to choose between Windows, DOS for running games, or without the expanded memory for programs that require that. So, thank you for watching, and I wish you a Happy New Year. Bye.